You know what it is. It's the batch call. What's up, Nathan? How you doing, brother?
Good, man. I'm doing well.
So batch played an integral part into getting this deal. We actually looked for a buyer on batch on this deal. I'm going to walk you guys through batch, but basically where we're at in the deal is we have assigned it already. We are working with an attorney. The attorney has not really worked with JV agreements, and he's kind of newer. Well, I don't want to say newer. I don't know how old he is, but he doesn't really understand. I called him. He's asked me to change some things in my JV agreement and the assignment agreement. Whatever gets it across the finish line, right? It does not matter. So we're going to change some stuff. I'm going to show you guys how to fill out a JV agreement in the painless wholesaling method. JVing is a lot of what we do. We help people, we time to buyers, so we don't spend any money on marketing. We spend most of our time developing relationships and with buyers and helping people find buyers for their deals. So let's dive right into it. But first, before we dive into how to fill out the agreements, I kind of want to show you guys around batch leads, because batch leads is what helped us find not only this buyer, but it's helped us find tons of buyers. So what you do is you type in the address of a property that you're trying to find a buyer for. This is the property we're working on, and it's going to close in a couple of days, but we just have to tie up the paperwork. So we have this, and then we looked around here and we saw, okay, what agents have represented flippers, cash buyers in the area around here? So you basically go to boundaries, go around, and you say, okay, this is where I need to find some cash buyers in this area. You go down to quick filters, you go where it says cash buyers, and you can see that there's already a quick filter on the cash buyers. And then you would call this and you would talk to the agents. That's exactly what we did. So batch leads is the truth. Now let's go to find out how to fill out the JV paperwork. Now, guys, I have to change this so you're in real time working with me. Again, I think the agreement is fine, but if the attorney that's representing us wants us to change it a little bit so we can get it done, I don't care. I'll change it, whatever. Not a big deal. I'm not going to fight with him and be like, I've done this before many times. No, fine. You want me to change it? Sure. So if you guys are familiar with our mind map that gives away pretty much every resource and material you need to succeed, if you go to step 8 where it goes under contracts, you can go to the part that says contracts once you get an offer accepted. So we're going to need 2 things. We're going to need assignment agreement, assignment to an end buyer, and we're going to need a JV agreement. Okay. So contract for the JV agreement right here. I have multiple ones. I actually want to use a different one in this scenario. And then there is assignment agreement, which is going to be right here. Assignment contract for end buyer. All right. So my time to fill this thing out. All right. So right here, what we have is 30 business day option contract. So this is allowing me to work with the seller, right? But the guy wanted me to do, he didn't like the fact that it said that I was a seller or a buyer. So what he wanted me to do is a change where it says seller to assignor. He thinks she's technically assigning me the agreement, and then I'm assigning it to my buyer, but it doesn't matter. And I'm the signee. So again, she is the assignor. She's assigning me the contract. I am getting the contract. Okay. I'm the signee that's getting the contract. All right. So let's see if we got this right. Receive from Ventures, the signee, which is I am the assignee. I'm getting assigned the agreement according to this guy. The sum of $10 payable to her name towards the purchase price of, I'm going to fill out the rest of this when I go to Panda Doc. Okay. Property assignee hereby gives and grants to buyer. And again, this guy doesn't like the name buyer, so we're going to go to just call it assign to assignee for period of blank days from the date hereof, the exclusive right, property address, we'll put that in there. Seller agrees to a blank of proceeds over, which is 50-50. It's 60-40 if you're in the club, but she's not in the club. This is a legally binding contract. Assignor, which is going to be her, and assignee. Great. Okay, so that's done. We're going to load that into PandaDoc in a second, but before I load this into PandaDoc, I'm going to email this over to the attorney. So this one says in reference to the contract between buyer, assignor, and seller. So technically in this agreement, the buyer would be the end buyer and the buyer would be actually an assignee. Assignor is someone that would assign the agreement. So if I'm the seller, I am the assignee, right? So let's look at this. Let's make sure we get this so everyone follows. And because I'm going through this, and this is a good thing. Like, it's not like, hey, everybody, Nate is just the master of paperwork. Like, no, we're reading this. So in reference to the contract being between buyer, assignee, so that's the buyer, the end buyer, and Ventures and Nathan Payne Enterprises, which is me. I am the assignor, right? Dated, that would be the date of the original purchase contract, okay? This is where it gets kind of confusing. Is this the date of the original purchase contract? Or is this the date of the JV agreement that it references? I think it is actually the date of the JV agreement that it references. That's what I think it is. So then you put the property, the address here, assignor, which is me, I am the assignor. Ventures and Nathan Payne hereby assigns all rights to said contract, including the right or ability, this agreement pertaining to third party to the end buyer, assignee, the buyer, for the total purchase price, including assignment fee of, so he wants me to put the total purchase price here. So he actually wants me to put as well in here who gets what. So he wants me to put the assignment fee of 13,000 with 3,000 going to blank, 5,000 going to me, 5,000 going to Jacqueline. I'm going to pay out my homie Joe. I'm just going to send him like a wire or a Venmo. So plus any inspection, repairs, the closing will take place on or before blank. So I have to change that. Earnest money deposit, got to put that in there. And then assignor and the assignee. So we have to get this signed again. This looks good to me. So I'm going to download this, send down the PDF, and I'm going to actually copy and paste this too. I think it looks good, but I am actually going to write out what he wanted me to write out just so I can make sure I did it right. So let's actually just do it. All right. So I'm sending attorney an email with both agreements updated before I put it into PandaDoc and have everybody sign. That's it, everybody. I mean, there's nothing really to it. If any of you want to know where you can find this information, right here in the Painless Wholesaling mind map, there's a free version that shows you the process of how to go through wholesaling, reverse wholesaling, how to do deals with $0 in marketing spend. And if you join the Painless Wholesaling Club, you get access to all the materials you need, contracts, scripts, videos of how to do this. I mean, I'm actually going to take this video, I'm going to put it in the mind map so you can watch it later. Just get out there, take action. And if you're scared of taking action, you reach out to us and we'll help you. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you make money because I'm making money. We're doing deals and it ain't that difficult. You just got to get on the phone. So do that. Batch leads, use batch leads. Guys, out of all the services I use, out of all the services that are out there right now, I only right now pay for batch leads when it comes to my wholesaling business. That's all I need. Just need a data provider and a way to reach out and market. And I have a CRM, but it dual purposes into other businesses I have. But yeah, I mean, you don't need to spend crazy types of money to do the strategy I'm showing. All right. All right, guys. Peace out. Have a great day.